you usually see like any graphic design in Geometry Dash? If you look around on Pinterest or Twitter or Behance unrelated to the game, you can find all sorts of projects and artworks that people have made. But in Geometry Dash, it's kinda rare, and the levels that get everyone's attention are either really polished art levels, or they're more in line with Geometry Dash's definition of design. However, there were two creators and a level they recently released that is actually decorated with a very handed graphic design style, and that's Fair Morning by Shrympo and Onvil. It's a pretty cool level if you haven't heard of it. As a student who recently graduated from university with a degree in graphic design and marketing, this level was definitely one I had to check out. Plus, this is the start of a new series called Level Reviews, where I just review a couple of levels I think are pretty cool or pretty popular right now, or suggestions from you guys. If there's a level you really want me to check out, put it in the comments down below. With that said, let's begin.
Hey it's Piers, and I was going to sketch some ideas for my next few levels, but I only got like a pen and really no paper. As dumb as it sounds, do you think I can draw on my phone instead? If you think about it, it does add a nice UI filter over everything.
Fair Morning is a level that is surprisingly really short. Like, seriously, it's just 36 seconds long. If I was good at the game, I could beat it faster than it takes to microwave a bowl of rice.
Yes, I beat the level! Woo! I also microwave my rice in time!
Not saying that it's bad, it's just that it plays out like a challenge level where it's not really that long, but it goes all out in the difficulty. Basically, this level aims to be very short, but very sweet. Now, you might be wondering, since there's two people behind this level, who made what? Well, Onvil was in charge of the gameplay and Shrympo handled the decoration. Now, if you haven't heard of these creators before, Fair Morning's length and design choices might throw you off at first. It definitely did for me. I remember seeing the showcase on Vibrant's channel when it released, and when it finished, I audibly said,
Wait, that was it? It was pretty cool though.
Fair Morning is actually a sequel to a level called Unfair Evening by the same two creators. And, well, since it's a sequel, it has the same short structure. With that preface out of the way, we can take a look at the decoration since it's the biggest thing about it. It's graphic design. Of course, great observation. There's a lot of cool things about it, but the one thing I noticed worth mentioning is that it really plays a lot with primary colors. You will mostly see a lot of blues, yellows, reds, all supported by a white or black background. It's really different from other levels. The closest levels that are like this are in a modern style, but they usually go for a variety of colors like here in Accord. Restricting yourself to this degree seems too limiting at first, but Shrympo nailed it out of the park by going for the movements, block design, and transitions instead. Everything looks really clean and lively. As a result, Fair Morning does a pretty good job of feeling alive where you're plopped into its own world of design. Another thing this level does is featuring a crap ton of packaging imagery and funny references. There's typography and text everywhere, whether there's actual content or fine print or just words.
Is it just me, or does the CDR package look like this washing detergent brand? No? Just me?
There's also a ton of iconography or logos you can find around. Like, this transition is cool, but I wonder what product is getting scanned with these barcodes. It is pretty bizarre to base off the visuals on packaging because this is such an everyday thing. At first, but we're gonna talk about that later. It does make for some killer details in the structures though. Funnily enough, this level has Chainsaw Man references. Legit, one of the transitions is a panel of Kobene crying in a car, taken straight from the manga. This would be like me transitioning into my next point with a picture of Kumail wearing the low-def t-shirt. You might be thinking this is odd, or at the very least funny to point out, like lol, it's Chainsaw Man, and there's also a troll face in there too. It's really cute, and it sorta adds to the whimsical yet very polished nature of this level. The most interesting part about Fair Morning is not just the visuals, nor the gameplay, it's actually the dialogue it has with us. In my opinion, this level is really unique, indulgent, and confident with its presentation, but the tone of it is unironically, or rather ironically, pretty unconfident. The bold colors, packaging, and referential imagery all come together to be a visually bold love letter to all the mediums and works that Onvil and Shrympo really enjoy, like Chainsaw Man. But if you take a look at what the dialogue in the level has to say, it's kind of sad. From the beginning of the level, it welcomes you to the new Shrympo level, even though it's a collab. And then the dialogue takes a turn into feeling pretty insecure. Like right after the introduction, the level says it being a sequel was made because Art is dead? And the level asks what we think of it, and if it can even figure itself out, but then dismisses us.
I can't believe we have the first GD level that has actual social awkwardness.
And literally quite the most obvious, do you even care about anything? Even its prequel Unfair Evening did this as well with a sort of whatever tone motif, so why is it like this? I'm gonna say first, as someone who's more optimistic than closed off, this sort of nonchalantness is like wondering what others actually think of the mediums, media, and hobbies you're passionate about, and without giving others a chance to respond, just assumes they don't really care, while also hoping they do. It's kind of like a defense mechanism. Shrympo did a pretty good job at portraying, personifying, and continuing that sort of insecurity into a GD level. When you stop and take a look into this, it makes you wonder how you treat art and your own passions, and maybe even supporting others that might not support their own wholeheartedly to look cool and acceptable in front of everyone. Or that's what I think. Also, we forgot about the gameplay for a good moment. Onvil's gameplay is very compact here and nice to look at, but also kinda annoying to play. Even though this is part of the series' shtick, I kinda found myself more frustrated than anything. The decoration is really solid, but sometimes it doesn't really feel that accurate to the hitboxes, especially to the block designs that are rotating circle lines, and sometimes it's just too much to look at everything while playing. I actually recorded an older version, so despite my footage, I did not complete this legitimately. Before we wrap this review up, there are some cool things to note that I could only really say at the end of this video. Number 1, this level has 2 songs and it actually cuts in the middle. It's a weird thing to do, but not gonna lie, it does make the experience pretty refreshing and new to play. Number 2, the end screen is actually a Google Drive of what the two got their inspiration from. There's a picture of a cat in there. And number 3, at the end of the level, if you die right before the Google Drive end screen, you get a death and animation of a cat meowing and kissing you. If this was possible in real life, I would send love and kisses to my friends and family when they die. Overall, the level is pretty good and I recommend playing it if you're down to play a challenge level that has the depth of a full level. It's a bit tough, but I definitely recommend just playing it anyways. By the way, as a reminder, if you want any levels you want to be in a video, leave a suggestion down in the comments below. And wow, were OMO boxes always this expensive?
This UI filter is not working. I've been just trying to clean it off. I really shouldn't have bought that OMO detergent washing box. And my phone is not working anymore.